Hey everybody! Hey bosses! This is Ella here, an author like a boss, and I wanted to ask you if you had ever wanted to make your living as an author. Are you the person who always wanted to write? You grew up like, I just want to be a writer when I grow up, and now you're here, you're grown up, and you're like, you know what? I want to see if I can make this work. Because, as you may know, I have been interviewing really successful indie authors on my podcast, and I wanted to see if you guys wanted to know what their number one strategy is for being successful and making it as an author so that they're able to quit their jobs and hi Dave, so that they're able to quit their jobs and make a living as a full-time writer instead of um, going to whatever day job they have and then writing on the side. So if you want to know the number one strategy of successful indie authors, I'm going to tell you. Dave, if you have time and you would do me the favor, or somebody, would you share this to the Author Like a Boss group instead of just being on the page? I'd really appreciate that. Okay, so I am about to tell you the number one strategy of successful indie authors. So if you guys want to know what that is, go ahead and give me a thumbs up or a like. Or if you think you already know, go ahead and put it in the comments. Hi, Letitia. Yeah, if any of you guys could share this to the group, that would be so awesome. Marina, maybe. Okay, yeah, I know. Who doesn't want to know what the strategy is? I'm curious about you guys, if who wants to be an author and write full time? Or who out there, if you do, give me a like if you want to just have a lot of people enjoy your books, because that's, I think, even more excited. Thank you so much, Dave. You are a superstar. Oh, okay, so I'm just going to tell you the number one strategy of successful indie authors, and I've talked to dozens of them now on the Author Like a Boss podcast. And the thing that they keep saying, and I keep hearing over and over and over again, is that they write good books and they release them really quickly. So that's the strategy. That is the number one strategy. Write good books and release them really quickly. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Write good books and release them quickly. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Marina. Go ahead and do what you got to do, you guys. And what that means is that they aren't writing their masterpieces, right? They're not writing that super duper. They aren't writing like their magnum opus. They're writing like a good book, but it's not like the thing that's necessarily going to be 100 years from now, people are still like, oh man, that Washington, that's the book. Like maybe not, but they're not striving for that. Let's say that they're striving to put out really good books that their fans will really enjoy, and they're trying to do it quickly, because there's a lot of writers out there now, and that way you don't get lost or forgotten. And I want to talk more about the number one strategy of writing these good books and doing and releasing them quickly in the Done in 3 Months free info session that's happening tomorrow. And if you want to go sign up for that, it's authorlikeaboss.com/done-in-3, the number 3, like, or is it reversed? Anyways, so I want to say it's not about writing best book, this done in 3, or doing it really quickly. It's not about writing your best book, but it's also not about writing a piece of crap and just putting it out there and hoping that people really like it. Okay, so that's not what the strategy is. It's about finding out what your fans really enjoy, and releasing books that they love really quickly, that they're like, yeah, this is great. I love spending, this is exactly what I wanted to do when I went to the beach and decided to bring my Kindle with me. Or They're like, oh, I just need a relaxing bath with a glass of wine and a good book. That's the book that you can be writing. And they're doing it really fast. So I designed a program, you guys, and I'm going to do a free training about it tomorrow, done in 3 months. And what I want to say just here on this live is this done in 3 months, is there's a lot of benefits besides just the financial benefit to being done in 3 months. So that's what I'm going to talk about here. And when I do the training tomorrow, the done in 3 months training and info session, I'll go deep dive into more of this. But today I want to talk about some of the other benefits for you as authors of having your stuff done in 3 months. And hello, everybody. I got to say, I've missed you guys. I haven't been doing as many lives because it's crazy over here. So I'm really happy to see you. If you're happy to be here with me, go ahead and leave a comment and let me know. I'll try to be here more often. Okay, so what I was saying for anybody just here is the number one strategy is releasing good books fast. And the reason why I'm doing the done in 3 months program, the alternative benefits that you are going to get is, number one, the faster you release your books, the faster you write them and release them, the faster you're going to know what your fans love and respond to. Okay, so the faster you're releasing books, the more quickly that they get out to your fans, the easier it is. It's kind of like market research. You're like, okay, I put this book out and not that many people responded, but I put this book out and people loved it and they left a lot of reviews and the reviews told me why. So now when I'm doing my next books, I can write to what people are really, really loving. And you don't find that out until you release books. And the more books you release, the more you're going to see what people really, really love. The other thing that you're going to get from releasing books fast is you're going to find your writing voice. So I was interviewing Jonathan Yanez, who's a super duper successful indie author now, but he wrote his first 15 books in one genre and moved genres entirely, and in the process was like, you know what? I'm just going to be myself. And that changing genres and finding his writing voice and just allowing him to be himself is what catapulted, and who knows exactly all the things, but that is one of the things that he says catapulted his book into success and his author career so that he could quit his job and write full time. So, but it took 15 books to do it, but he wrote those 15 books in a very short amount of time. Like it was like 5 years, 15 books, I think. So the faster you get to do that, the faster you find your writing voice, because it takes a few books to find it sometimes. It doesn't have to be 15. Some people can be very, very stubborn and they're like, no, this is the way. So it doesn't have to be 15, but it's just interesting story. The other thing that you get from releasing books really quickly is it takes away the fear out of formatting and the publishing process itself. Okay, so I know that formatting your books and putting it up for pre-order can be really, really, really scary. And you're like, I don't know. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you get with it. And in fact, I was talking to another author who she had released the third book in a series, and the series was doing really, really well. But only people in the US got the right digital copy. So people in the UK and Australia who are like, hey, this book didn't come out right. It's all formatted incorrectly. And it's because Amazon had not updated the version for them. And so she was able to go in, reach out to Amazon really, really fast and get them to fix it before, because Europe and Australia are ahead of us time-wise. So she was able to fix it for all of the US authors. And she's like, yeah, it was a little bit of a franticness for a couple hours, but then I knew it would work out. And how many of you would love to have that feeling about formatting and publishing your book, of just like, hey, it'll work out, no big deal, because she knew exactly what to do, because she'd published a heck of a lot of books already. So who would like that? Go ahead and let me know if that would be something that would really make a difference for you in your publishing, if you didn't have that fear around formatting and publishing. Just put it in the comments or send me a like. And the another thing about getting your books done fast, and talk about this in the Done in 3 Months program. So done in 3 months. The other benefit about saying, okay, I'm just going to do this in 3 months, is it doesn't really leave you enough time to overthink things or worry about them too much. You're like, done in 3 months. Oh my gosh, I have to get going. And you don't really have time to worry about stuff or think about it too much because you just have to get your stuff done. And I think sometimes, have you guys ever, did you ever go to school and you had a paper assigned and you waited, and you had like 2 weeks to write it, and you waited until kind of the last day or two, and all of a sudden you were able to get it done? Like, bam, you're like, oh shoot, I've only got so much time, I better just do it. If that's happened to you, you have seen you have lived the benefit of having a strict deadline, because all of a sudden you're able to magically make stuff happen right when you need it to, because you're like, I don't have time to overthink this, I just have to get it done. It's due in 2 days or it's due tomorrow morning, or whatever that is. Well, you can do that with yourself. You can create those circumstances by saying, I'm going to have this book done in 3 months from beginning to end, and create those circumstances and that accountability so that you have the momentum and you don't have time to overthink or worry about it, because you're like, I don't have time to think about it, I need to be writing. Okay. And the final thing about getting things done in 3 months, and I think the most important benefit, side benefit, well, this one's not really a side benefit. The faster you release your books and the more that you're getting things done in 3 months, these books completed, is the closer you are to achieving your writing dream, like creating that life of a writer that you always wanted. And whether that is quitting your job and writing full time, or whether that is just writing books that a lot of people really, really enjoy, and you happen to make a little money on the side, because not everybody wants to write full time and just do that. But if you want to have a lot of people reading them and enjoying them and loving them, and you're transforming their lives, you still need to be there and a presence in their lives. So those are the things that's the number one strategy, is releasing good books that your fans will love quickly. And those are some of the side benefits of so, beyond just working within the system, which I will talk more about in the Done in 3 Months, a free info session that's happening tomorrow. So if you wanted to sign up for the free info session and find out more about Done in 3 Months and why I say it's got to be done in 3 months, I'm going to talk more about that in the free info session tomorrow. And if you want to sign up for that, it's at authorlikeaboss.com/done-in-3, the number 3. And I'll put the link in the comments so that you guys can access it easy peasy. Yeah. So those are the side benefits, and I'll be talking about the primary benefit of Done in 3 months and the why it's so important tomorrow. So hopefully, and it's going to be live, so we'll get to hang out and have fun. I'm really excited to see you all there. Thank you so much for being here live. Hi, Trish. You guys are so great. I really appreciate you and love you and think you are amazing. And hopefully I will see you tomorrow. Again, the training to sign up for that is at authorlikeaboss.com/done-in-3, the number 3. Okay, thanks so much. Hugs and happy authoring here from Ella at Author Like a Boss.